This is the Rangers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. I have to say, I mean, I was thinking about it. It's been a pretty fun ride here for the Rangers, really going back to before the All-Star break and then coming out of the All-Star break with the 8-1 homestand. I know the road trip wasn't great, but I mean, all of those Mariner games in Seattle were huge. And now to come back last night with one of the bigger comebacks of the season for the Rangers, and then tonight with one of their better dominant pitching outings and the big clutch hit for Rowdy Tellez. It's been quite a ride. And man, we're just in the beginning of August. So here we go. What a win tonight as the Rangers take the game and the series. They beat the Yankees 2-0. Welcome into the Rangers Postcast, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you so much for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That's where you'll find the great work of Bryce Paterick, who had a really good show today, and I know he'll have another one tomorrow morning with so much to say about this one and how the Rangers are playing right now. But for us, let's get right to it. Rangers win again.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, I'll tell you what, not a huge breakdown. I want to get to as many of your comments as I can. But as I said, following the great comeback last night, you knew pitching was going to be part of the theme, right? With Nathan Eovaldi on the mound, and the question was, how would the Rangers do against Warren, Will Warren, a guy that pitched against them and did really well when they were in New York? But that was a long time ago. That was, again, really bad weather in New York, and the Rangers are a different team. But man, I'll tell you what, to the Rangers' credit, I mean, they had somebody on base, unless I missed it, every single inning. I mean, every inning they had somebody on, and they just could not get that big hit. And to their credit, though, I mean, every inning, and they finally did in the eighth with Rowdy Tellez. We'll get to that in a minute. But man, what a dominant start for Nathan Eovaldi. Man, I'm not alone. I just love watching the guy. It's a treat to get to watch him pitch and compete, and his heart and his passion. And I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he is having a really special season, one of those bulldog types of season. And tell you what, man, I know it's only August 5th, but I mean, this team is kind of gelling together and playing well. So it's good. Really, really good to see. But man, what a night for Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, pitcher of the month, AL pitcher of the month in July, 5-0 with an ERA under 1. What does he do in his first start in August? 8 innings, 1 hit, no walk, and 6 strikeouts. I mean, against arguably one of the top offensive teams in baseball that, oh, by the way, had Aaron Judge back tonight. I mean, just, you talk about dominate. I mean, that was it right there for Nathan Eovaldi. I mean, just outstanding. And again, for the offense, clearly the turning point was the 8th inning.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Tell you what, Rowdy Tellez, he hurt his hand. He hurt it in an earlier at bat, hurt it again in his at bat in the bottom of the eighth. But a 10-pitch at bat there for Rowdy Tellez. Bases loaded after Adolis got the 1-out double. Jock Peterson, I think, had 4 straight appearances getting on base, going back to last night. Good for him. That was such a huge home run for him. Langford with a walk, and then Rowdy, 10-pitch at bat, was able to get that one into the outfield for the 2-run single, and that was it. And Phil Maton getting his first save as a Ranger. Remember over the weekend, Bruce Bochy said, hey, he got kind of defensive and said that Robert Garcia was his closer. Well, apparently he was asked about it again before the game today, and basically, if I read it correctly, kind of implied that the Rangers right now are comfortable with closer by committee, that they're comfortable using 3 or 4 different guys to close out games. So we'll see how that plays out. But hey, the story of the night tonight, Nathan Eovaldi, the big hit for Rowdy Tellez. Great defense. Corey Seager with that double play. Josh Smith made a really nice catch early in the game. Just a great win all the way around. Rangers still were able to bang out 8 hits. They had somebody on every base. Corey and Wyatt and Jonah Hyman Asuna were the only ones that didn't get hits tonight. But hey, it's all right. 2-0 in the final. They get the shutout, and they will go for the sweep tomorrow. All right, we're going to take our time out. When we come back, want to hear from you via the comment crew. We'll do that when we return. Great to be with you on this Tuesday night. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, as you know, summer sports are in full swing, and whether you're all about baseball under the lights, golf on the green, or high-stakes soccer action, FanDuel is the best way to make every game even more exciting. You're already following the action. Why not make it a little more thrilling? With FanDuel, you can get in on the game while your friends are getting sunburned at the beach. Now, whether you're placing a same-game parlay or watching a bet ride into the 9th inning, FanDuel makes you feel like you're part of the action. So if you're new to FanDuel, new customers can bet just $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. So open the FanDuel app today or visit FanDuel.com to get started. All right, well, no energy needed for the Rangers the way that they're playing right now. I mean, but I'll tell you what, there's definitely always that time to fuel up and turn it up with 5-Hour Energy Transfusion. It brings the bold grape, ginger, and lime flavor of your favorite golf drink, minus the alcohol, into a quick, energizing shot. Now, whether you're sinking birdies or just making memories with friends, this one's a hole-in-one for your energy game. Let's be honest, some days on the course or off it, you just need that extra boost to stay sharp and energized. Golf is all about good times with good people and good flavors, of course. So the grape, ginger lime flavor gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without chasing down the bev card. So if you go to 5hourenergy.com today, that's the number 5hourenergy.com. You can use my promo code LOCKEDONGolf to receive 20% off your order. This offer is only valid until September 30th on one order and cannot be used with other promotions. The code is not good on subscription orders. Whether you're meeting up with friends or trying to turn 18 holes into 36, get the energizing boost you need to power through. Order transfusion-flavored 5-Hour Energy shots today. All right, it is great to be with you on this Tuesday night. Welcome back to the Rangers Postcast. Let's get to your comments via the Rangers comment crew. Also, really quickly, wanted to let you know that Jake Berger is continuing his rehab, and we'll try to get you some numbers on that. And had somebody that commented at the end of the show last night. Remember, we had this early in the season, and we had somebody complaining about letting them know the outcome of the game. I just want to say this one more time because I know we have a lot of new people that are coming in. This show is the Rangers postcast. So we come on after every game and we talk about the game after it happened. We're live and we talk about the game. The Rangers podcast is kind of a breakdown of the game and everything else going on with the team, which is done by the OG, Bryce Patrick, the following day. So we're not we're going to tell you the score. We're not going to pretend like we don't know and talk about the game. So the guy used some profanity and was not very nice or very kind. But I just would encourage everybody, if you're going to send out mean tweets or bad comments, just do a little homework or try to think a little bit before you hit send. That's usually just good advice for all of us, myself included. But yeah, we talk about the game and we talk about the score. So if you don't want to hear the outcome of the game, then just don't look, or don't just wait till after you watch the game. All right, let's get things going. Alf, I love a pitcher's duel. Dare I say it? Is the Jock curse over? Good evening, Shirley, Alf's wife. Good evening, Rangers fans. Nasty Nate is pitching a gem. Love my Rangers. Well, I'll tell you what. I think you, Alf. I don't see how you can't say the curse is over. I can't see him going back that deep, that far back. But we'll see. I want to see him keep it going and really get his groove. But I mean, it definitely not just with the home run, but we talked about it, other at bats that Jock Peterson has had. He's swinging the bat definitely better for sure. Texas Hobby Bin, man, Eovaldi sure is something else. My favorite pitcher, hands down. Got to agree with the commentators again. The home crowd needs to get into it more and give him a standing ovation or something. Yeah, I'm with you. Look, I don't want to call out Ranger fans. I didn't take any delight making that comment about the poster last night, but I'm with you, Texas Hobby Ben. I hope, as we, maybe the rest of this homestand and the rest of the home games, the fans would really kind of get back and support this team. I know they were frustrated by last season, but I mean, look, this team went through a lot of adversity, as you all know, the first half of the season. They went through the fire, but some of that gold now is starting to shine through. And I'll tell you what, I mean, I mean this sincerely. I like this team. I like these guys. I enjoy watching them. I enjoy covering them, talking about them, going through the day-to-day with you guys and sharing that process. But I like these guys. I like this group a lot, and I'm pulling for them. And they've been there before, and you can't take that away from them. And they're playing well right now, and it's okay. You know what? Let the national media, let everybody else, fawn over the Dodgers and the Tigers, and it's okay. Let the Rangers just keep doing what they're doing, just building and building and building and winning series, and hey, their time on the stage will come. It'll happen. Mother Pig says, suddenly I'm looking forward to Peterson's at bats. Yeah, I know. Isn't it nice when you know that the entire lineup is capable of getting a hit again, and they can do something in every inning and not just once a game. And I'm not being sarcastic. I mean that sincerely. Yeah, it's good to see, and hopefully they'll continue it. But man, to come back the way that they did last night, and then to get this pitching, the shutout, and for Rowdy tonight, man, that just, you guys know. I mean, when you're having a great season, a special season, you can't quantify these kinds of wins that they've had. And on the flip side, you can't quantify the damage that a loss like that can have. The Yankees to me look like your classic World Series hangover next season team, where they played well for a while, they gave it all they had, and it's just really, really hard in baseball to put together consecutive seasons. That's why I have so much respect for the teams that have gone back to back, and the teams that can consistently do that year in and year out. It's hard. I mean, you got to have health and guys playing well, and you got to have the pitching, and I mean, so nice to see though the Rangers playing really, really well. Al says, I've been the biggest advocate for Rowdy. Peagle up, and thank you for the kind words. And Al says, I don't care what MLB says. Evaldi is our all-star. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, again, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but he's going to be right there in the Cy Young. There it is. Yeah, Alf could not agree with you more. He's having that kind of a season for sure. Texas Hobby Bin says, I regress. The crowd did get into it more during the 8th. Yeah, they did. And definitely agree with Alf. Yeah, they were in it late last night for sure, and they got into it late tonight. So that's good. Keith says, hello, win column. Rowdy. I'm with you. Battlefield A says, the Jock curse is broken. Evaldi looks as good as ever, and the Yankees ate dirt. Amazing game. Yeah, that kind of spoiled the return of Aaron Judge for sure. The Cardiac Kids pull it out again. That's from Silent Doom 79. Hello, Wincom, says Isaac. Keith says, I don't want to hear it from any of y'all Jock haters. Keith says, Isaac says, thanks to Rowdy and Eovaldi and Maton. Championship game says, hello, win column. James says, Nate is nasty. Yeah, he was tonight. Man. Paul Wilson, welcome back, Paul. Boach has been saying all along that Jock has the offensive potential to carry a team. Love seeing him having some success. Yeah, and we talked about it, and we talked about how Bruce is in a different position than we are, and good to see his steadiness and his faith and his belief paying off. Keith, that's funny what you said. That's very funny. Laura Berry says, Jock is finally eating his Wheaties. James says, and Maton, that's how you close a game. Yeah, I've always been just a big fan of his. The way that he throws, his competitiveness, his makeup. I was pleasantly surprised that they were able to pick him up. Silent Doom says, Nasty Nate went beast mode. Championship Games says, as good as the win was, do too many runners left on base. A better team probably beats us tonight. Well, except with Evo on the mound. Yeah, they would have had to have beaten him, and Yankees are a pretty good offense. That's okay. Corey Isaac says Corey is off. Yeah, he had a day. He had some time off over the weekend. I'm wondering if, as they said on the TV broadcast, if Bruce will give him another day off tomorrow because they have the day off on Thursday. We'll see. But Corey will get it going. I mean, look what he did with his glove in the 9th inning. I mean, that was just awesome. BB says, I repeat what I said last week. Evo is a beast. And by the way, Tellez is a trooper and a Papa Bear. Man, it feels good to win this series. Go for the sweep tomorrow. Yeah, no doubt. Ricky Gonzalez says Evaldi had some home cooking, and some home cooking is the perfect recipe for some baseball in Arlington. Yep, well said. Well said. A couple more here because I have to wrap things up here. To quote, BB says, to quote John Sterling, Yankees something. The Yankees something. They lost tonight. Joel says, great win, but why is Josh Young on the bench all night? Because he can only DH, and he's going to come back and play third base on Friday. Young, as Keith says, Young will DH tomorrow. He had to kind of pick who he wanted to DH, and because Warren was pitching, and because Jock had the big hit. I mean, I know Josh did as well, but that's why he did that. Al says, I don't know why, but Eovaldi reminds me of Rick Helling. I see that a little bit. I mean, Nate is he's just awesome. I mean, he is just a treat to watch. Al says, forget the sigh. How about Eovaldi for MVP? We'll see. He's balling out right now. Eric says, let's go one more and we leapfrog the Yankees. Yep, that's a great point there. Dustin says, Evo doesn't have enough starts yet for Cy Young. That might change after today. He's right there. Ragamuffinable says, how many teams have 2 aces? Yeah, great point. I mean, and I still think Corbin, Merrill, Leiter, and Rocker, we haven't seen their best, and I think we're going to continue to do that. Couple more here. Cameron says, at what point do we move on from Heim the offseason or keep him next year? Yeah, that's good question. I know he knows that he is struggling right now. He is. I still think there's a lot worse in the league, and he is a switch hitter, and he knows the staff really well. Maybe if Bruce plays now that the other guys like Young and Peterson and some of the other guys are swinging the bat, maybe we'll see Higashioka get the bulk of the playing time behind the plate, and maybe he can let Jonah catch his breath a little bit and try to get his groove back, because Jonah can, I mean, he can like all these guys can turn things around in a real hurry. 2 more. Jamanish or Jaman SH 214. Sorry if I butchered that. Did you all see Evaldi today? I don't know. I think Evo was done. I think he was done after 8. And John Mark says, big game, Nate. All right, guys. Great comments. Again, my apologies. I can't read every single one, but I'm reading them as I go down, and I appreciate it very much. Thank you for being a part of this and doing this, and we will do it again tomorrow after a day game. I don't know why they scheduled the day game with the Yankees. I mean, I get it. I know they do that, and hopefully they'll have a sellout crowd. But oh well, it's all right. It's okay. Day game tomorrow, and then an off day on Thursday. But I'll be with you after the game tomorrow. Enjoy this one tonight, and again, tip of the cap, big time game for big game Nate, and also nice clutch hit for Rowdy Tellez, who, very quietly, he's been a pretty solid addition, all things considered. We weren't sure what he was going to do. He's been good. So anyway, good win tonight. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a great night. Rangers blank the Yankees 2-0. This has been the Rangers Postcast.